Hello and welcome to week 5 of Intro to OT. In this lecture we are continuing our discussion about the role of the OTA and how OT works with the various other team members in healthcare. We are addressing parts of course competencies number 1 and number 3. This lecture will include information on why teams are important in healthcare, the stages of team development, and the types of teams found in healthcare. Before viewing this lecture, you should have read Chapter 43 and pages 623 to 625 in Chapter 46 of your Ryan text. Throughout your academic and professional career, you will be working with others. From the client-practitioner relationship to the complexities of a large organization, the OTA must be able to negotiate the nuances of teamwork. In fact, one of the cornerstones of our program's mission statement is to be prepared for entry-level practice by demonstrating competence in collaborative efforts. You will not be working alone, so the ability to work on a team will be an essential skill. You are getting the opportunity to work on these skills as part of your group assignments in this class. You will also have many opportunities as a member of this OTA cohort, including the Student Occupational Therapy Association here at Western, participation in student government, work with community partners, and through various group projects for other classes. The word team has many different meanings and connotations. Let's agree on what we mean by a team. There's a basic definition of a team, as we see by this one in the dictionary. It includes the concept of more than one person and the concept of togetherness. Team can also be a verb or an action. Teams are not unique to healthcare, but the teams in healthcare are unique. The American Medical Association's Journal of Ethics says this: teams offer the promise to improve clinical care because they can aggregate, modify, combine, and apply a greater amount and variety of knowledge in order to make decisions, solve problems, generate ideas, and execute tasks more effectively and efficiently than any individual working alone. As a healthcare professional, you will be working as part of a team. Teams are more than just people who happen to work together. They include members committed to one another and fully sharing responsibilities and successes. Being a team member is a skill that must be developed to be an effective healthcare professional. Certainly, working on teams can present challenges in today's healthcare and service environments. The smart professional recognizes that teamwork is essential and that the benefits outweigh the costs. Let's take a closer look at some of the benefits of working on a team. Productivity. On a team, more persons are contributing to the goals or efforts, which provides greater outcome potential and greater results. Teams increase productivity. Quality. The best options and ideas can be formulated with combined decision-making and problem-solving, thereby increasing the quality of the work. Shared roles. Each person can efficiently and clearly carry out their duties in coordination to one common task or goal, leading to shared roles. Maximizing strengths. Good teams tap into each person's best skills and talents, maximizing team members' strengths. Support and camaraderie. This is the reliance on one another through struggles and setbacks, as well as celebrating achievements together. Role modeling and mentorship. This means learning from one another and promoting professional growth in each other. And finally, motivation. Team members energize one another. You can see by this list why teams are so widely used in healthcare. Teams don't just happen. Teams must be built. There must be effort put into the process of team building. Teams not only grow as the members work side by side on daily activities, but through such efforts such as staffings, meetings, committees, and even taking breaks together. The leader of a solid team guides the members towards a common goal, mutual accountability, and interdependence. He or she ensures that the team has the needed time and resources, provides tools for good communication, helps to troubleshoot, and offers recognition for accomplishments. There are many theories on team development. This process was described in an OT journal with stages based on meeting individuals' needs. You may see a correlation to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which you learned in Intro to Psychology. Administration. When a new member joins a team, they want to feel accepted and safe. Teams may contribute to this with a welcoming environment and introductions, a clear orientation, opportunity for questions, and shadowing or training. For example, when you start fieldwork, you are eased into the setting and responsibilities and often observed before doing. Mastery. As a person seeks to develop proficiency, they often want to explore their role and have better understanding, skill, and confidence. The team can offer feedback, practice experiences, new opportunities, and mentorship to help the member develop their areas of expertise. An example might be an OTA who is supported to get advanced training in specific treatment techniques. At this level, maturation, the person advances their professional goals to take risks and may expand their roles. They may now support the team by training and mentoring, developing programs, participating in larger organizational efforts, and being an advocate. The OTA who serves as a fieldwork educator or on their state OT association board would be good examples. Another theory of team development describes the process related to the dynamics of interpersonal relationships within the teams. Let's take a look at each one. Forming. This is the initial stage where members getting to know each other and the expectations and rules of the team. In this stage, personality differences emerge. There is also conflict regarding values and opinions. Barriers to progress arise, the team experiences tension, and members seek to reevaluate and make new plans. This is the storming stage. Norming. The team comes to a greater understanding of one another and agreement on how to approach goals. Members create norms and routines for how they will function together. Performing. In this stage, the relationships among members are now clear and members support one another. The team can reach consensus and is very task-oriented and productive. Reforming. The last stage of team or group development is where teams reevaluate past performance, learn from these experiences, and reorganize themselves for the future. Understand that these stages do not always progress in sequential and neat order. Stages may be skipped, revisited, or teams may get stuck in a stage, depending on what challenges arise and how the group handles them. You will learn more about this model and other models next semester when you learn about groups in OT theory and practice. As a healthcare professional, you will be a part of many different teams. Your text talks about this on page 623 in table 46.1. This is a good reference for you to learn the different kinds of teams. You may want to use this as we talk about the different kinds of teams. Let's discuss these concepts here. One type of team is the interdisciplinary or intraprofessional. In an interdisciplinary, team members of one discipline work together. One example of this is the OT-OTA partnership. We have talked about how that partnership works over the last few weeks as part of our learning. The next type of team is the multidisciplinary team. In this type of team, the team members conduct interventions independent of each other. There's communication among team members to coordinate resources and responsibilities. There are multiple disciplines involved, but interaction among them is limited. One example of this is in an acute hospital setting where PT, OT, dietary, and respiratory services see the client at their bedside throughout the day to provide services. This is overseen by the physician and documented in the client's medical record. The next kind of team is the interdisciplinary or interprofessional team. On this team, there are members from various disciplines, like on the multidisciplinary team. Certain tasks are still done independently, like evaluation and intervention. This time, however, there is more collaboration with treatment planning, prioritizing needs, and coordination of responsibilities, which is usually done at formal meetings among team members. One example of this type of team might be a care plan staffing at a skilled nursing facility with nursing, OT, PT, social work, speech, and the activities director. The last type of team is transdisciplinary. In the transdisciplinary type of team, all tasks are planned cooperatively, including evaluation and intervention. This is the highest level of collaboration. That does not mean it is the best, because this type of intervention may not be the best option in some situations. It just means that the amount of collaboration is highest in this type of team. An example of this might be an in-home autism program, where various disciplines, such as OT, speech, and the lead therapist, assess the child and develop a plan. Then the line therapist meets with the child daily to carry out strategies and report back to the team. As a healthcare professional, you will have the opportunity to work with many different team members. These are some examples. Take a moment to pause the video and scan the various team members. Being a good team member takes work. Many of you have some experience working on some kind of team. You likely have some idea of what skills you find easy for you to do on a team, and you may have some idea of what skills are more difficult for you. As you go through the OTA program, take the opportunities provided to develop your team skills. Your textbook does a good job of describing overarching qualities on page 623 to 625. As an OTA, some ways you can contribute to team building and support your team are listed here. Take time to read through these by pausing the video. This concludes the lecture on teamwork. After you have read your Ryan text, viewed the lecture, and read over the guidelines for supervision, you will then use those resources to complete the teamwork and guidelines for supervision individual assignment.